My name is Mike Schoen. I work for INTREN. We're a company out of Union, Illinois. We do utility work predominantly for the electrical industry. We're going to do a promotional bore for Planet Underground today, a 170-foot bore, a 2-inch conduit. We brought our 4055 drill from our shop, which is primarily what we use for our pipe jobs. A little bit overkill for the job we're doing today, but that's what we had available.
Hi, I'm Tyler Hergendorf, Safety and Quality Director at INTREN. We're here at Roundtable Live the day before, getting set up for our shot. Tomorrow we plan on drilling out 170 feet into a pre-installed bolt. We're going to be avoiding an existing conduit that's already in the ground. We got a good safe crew out here today. Looking forward to tomorrow.
So Carmine Mariano is our foreman. He runs the locator to locate out the drill head. Francisco Ramirez, he's going to be the operator of this rig. And then we also have James Divis, who is one of our groundmen, and he's just going to be helping out with any of the tooling, getting the pipe fixed so we can pull that back and anything else that's needed here today.
Hi, Ramirez, you ready? Wake it up when you are, Mo. And normally when you directional bore, you always look at your ground conditions. You always look at your levels of your ground. So you take the change in grade in consideration, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when you do shoot, you want to make sure you maintain that same depth. You don't want to be too deep or too shallow if you do lose grade or if you gain a lot of earth, in other words. So right now, my grade here is pretty level. There's one utility that I will be crossing, and that's about 42 inches to the top of sidewalk, which is great. I'm gonna go over it about 32 inches, and now I'm gonna drop it right back down. I'm pretty much gonna maintain a 3-foot bore all the way to the end pit.
So although some of these utilities have been put in the past, we approach this as a real life situation. We wear all of our PPE. We do have a valid Julie ticket on the entire area. We verify with our locator to make sure that there's nothing in the area that hasn't been located. Basically checks and balances to make sure that everything that's there that we're able to excavate and find it before the bore is done so we can have a successful bore and not hit anything.
All right, Ramirez, when you're ready, go to 11 and start pushing 11. A lot of times when you do a bore and you do have like conditions like this, because obviously it's never perfect when you do directional boring, you always got your, like uneven ground, like I was explaining earlier. You want to make sure that you keep that depth at 3 feet before you climb on the hill, because obviously when you start going up a hill like this, it's going to show that you're deeper, but realistic you're not. Because if you still go with the ground level, you're still at 3 feet deep.
It's definitely a good idea to have everybody out here and see what goes on, because a lot of the people that are going to be here aren't in the industry, or they are in the industry but they're not doing the work, so they get to understand a little bit better what we do out here and what we're up against.
And now we have a thing called a swivel. This part here will go on the tooling itself, and this part here spins. And what this does, it prevents the product you're pulling in from spinning in place and pretty much ripping apart or snapping off. So that's what this part is. What that does is prevents whatever product we're pulling in, because he needs to corkscrew or spin the tooling to keep the hole open at 5 inches wide. The product that we're pulling in is only 2 inches. So that's pretty much just prevents the product, whatever you're pulling in, from spinning and trying to get all locked up in place. All right, dead pull. All right, oh, go ahead, dead pull. Moving.
So, Planet Underground put on a great event. I participated in the roundtables in years past. What I really like about this event is we bring all the stakeholders together really to focus on damage prevention.
I think there's definitely room for change in this industry, as far as we have a lot of capability with electronics and technology, And I think there's room for improvement on a lot of the things we do out here. So it's a good thing.